What's good, people? This is episode. What did I just say? Episode. This
48.
is 48 of the Gamerish Network podcast. Sorry, I am already buzzed as usual. But I'm your host this week, Dre, aka the BK Brawler 537. Joined, of course, by the Queen of Gamerish, Miss Felice Cat.
Waffles.
And the doggy. It's a little sick doggy right now. So if you see him, go ahead and make all your adorable comments, which I know a lot of you want to do. And
Meow.
of course, the Mad King, no longer solo, Freddie G.
Yo, what up, people? Thanks for joining us.
Yes, yes. Thanks for showing up. Hope you guys like that new intro. For those that are watching, Freddie put that new shit together, looking kind of dope and shit. So expect a lot of changes going around here and there as we progress and get better and better at this shit that we're doing. So we don't always look bummy like my background and shit. You
We'll
know,
upgrade it
um,
one day.
yeah, one day it'll be upgraded. I pay so many subscriptions, people. I don't want to pay for that extra B cam to come off the screen. So I'm so tired of paying for fucking subscriptions. So I'm like, this is the one thing I can fucking live with. So we're another week here talking about more gaming news, and of course, sometimes we go into comics or movies and all that other shit. Trying to deliver all the ish you should know as usual. So First thing I want to start in a drink of the game for those who didn't watch and listen this Monday. I'm sorry I didn't go live. I have a new job, so I can't go live every week now, people. So I'm gonna try to go live every other week, and if not, I'll pre-record and then I'll drop everything same time on Monday. But I spoke about Outriders like in depth, yeah, on Monday. So I don't know if Freddie finally played. 'Cause I haven't seen his ass on anything. But
Yeah, I'm level 13.
You've been
you
playing
level
all the time. You're so
13.
wrong.
All this time we could have been playing, because I've been playing like
What's he
every
playing?
fucking morning and shit. Like I'm level 16, with my damn trickster, world tier 6 right now.
Yeah.
So you should have been. Me and Mo play every time we get a fucking
I
chance.
think this you guys do marathon sessions. I can play for
Yes.
like an hour and then I gotta get
Wow,
off.
we only played for like 2 hours.
That's
Like
a marathon, bro.
all you
That's
gotta
not.
do is hit us up. Just drop in, drop out. Like I just drop into people's games. I don't even say I'm playing. I'm coming in.
Oh yeah, I have it open. Yeah, we'll link up for sure. I think Fleece, you play a lot too, right?
Not Outland Outriders. Because the one experience that I did have since it came out was not a good experience. Oh, actually, two experiences. I played more than once, and it wasn't that good for me because I was playing with Mo and Dre,
Yeah.
and sorry, other Dre, and literally it was like bugging out. We couldn't talk to each other. I kept being kicked out. We all kept being kicked out into the world. I mean, I hope they made a patch since then. Clearly, he has a good time playing it and he has no trouble. But
Yeah, 'cause I
on
know
my
they're
end,
saying a lot of times now, like people trying to cross play, it's getting disconnected, but we haven't had any of that those problems this
but you
week.
guys were
They
both playing on PlayStation. I was playing on Xbox, right?
No, I was playing on Xbox. He's played on PlayStation. We talked through Discord.
Yeah,
oh, shout
but
out to our Discord, join it, Gamers Network.
I, but I got kicked out too many times, and I'm like a fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me kind of a person. So I need a minute to feel better about it because I was really excited about this game. In my opinion, which is one thing I was going to talk about. In my opinion, the demo was better than the game.
Well, I think
Demo
the
is better than
demo.
the game.
I think the demo. They the demo was exciting because it was brand new, and
Yeah,
you was hoping that like this was dope. But then when the real game came out, it would be more. But
yeah,
if you
the
play the
graphics.
demo, you played the game. And honestly, if the demo doesn't land, you're not gonna like this game at all.
I guess that makes sense. I was excited about the demo because it was like it made me have those. Okay, not quite. Cyberpunk pushed us up really high. We were excited as fuck. There's like no higher height than, for instance, Breath of the Wild. But um, yeah, when it finally came out and I got to play it, it left a bad taste in my mouth. I don't know.
That's what she said.
That's
I
not
just
what she
had to say
said.
that.
I mean, I am ashamed. I did say that, but you know what I meant. I need you to stop.
It's funny because I did catch a little bit of you just love this game, Dre. And while I was playing it, it's just like it reminds me of other games, and I think that like that's the problem is that like this game is feel like it's not doing anything special. It has a little bit of Gears of War. I feel a little like Anthem vibes from it. The
Yes.
way that the enemies come in waves and like you're in
Yes.
like tunnels and caves a lot, and you have to move to the next
Agreed.
section. I get a lot of that. But what it does is fun, and I've been solo the whole route, so you have a different experience than I do.
It feels better playing solo, doesn't it? Because I was playing by myself. I had a better experience playing solo.
Well, by yourself is easier. Not
It's,
that I'm one to complain
you
about
kept getting
games
us
being
murdered. FYI.
easier,
You and Mo
but
kept getting us murdered.
like
It's
when me
scarce
and
to how
Mo
many people
play,
you have.
it's crazy that when I'm playing multiplayer with Mo and like the waves of enemies just come harder at you, like the more people that are in the game than when you're playing by yourself. 'Cause whenever me and Mo couldn't beat something, I gave up and I'm just like, yo, we'll try again tomorrow. Like the next day, I wouldn't even wait for Mo. I'll just play by myself, and then I get past that part in without dying not one time. So and of course, like, and I haven't even been lowering the tiers, but like I said on my pod, it's great that you can lower your tiers at any time, at any moment, and the game adapts instantly. Not a lot of games do that for you. Like some of games will be like, oh, if you lower the difficulty here, we're gonna take away your trophies. Or you gotta wait till you pass this part before we implement that change
Yeah,
and all that other shit. So I'm glad that this game makes everything like just cohesive with the way it works. I love multiplayer because I just love that. I guess I like the coordination. Like, if you're gonna get swarmed with all these damn enemies, then if me and Mo realize, all right, we're going to ragtag and just guns blazing with this. Hey, how about you bring out that gun which freezes weapons on reloads? And while you're reloading, this guy's gonna freeze. I can use my power here. Or yo, you shoot your fire while I slow down time. And just burn everybody inside my fucking spear. So it's like so much you could do playing multiplayer. And I'm excited about that. Story is all right, and I like the story because they kill anybody and everybody at any time.
Yeah.
but
And
like that's a but this on the other side of that, it's
it's not
like you
predictable.
no, it's not predictable, but like at the same time, do you really care if they die? It's like not like you're building like any like love for anybody. Like, oh, I
Yeah.
hope they don't. That's the reason that it
Like
worked
Last
in.
of Us.
Yeah, like that's the reason it worked for like um Game of Thrones was that like you fell in love with these characters, and when they died, it hurt. But with these people, they're like, yeah, everybody could get it, but honestly, I don't give a shit, because you
Yeah,
know that.
honestly, yeah, I haven't felt no huge attachment. The only time I was really pissed was I don't know if you guys reached up to this part where like you meet the black professor that could help you with crafting.
You don't, yeah, don't spoiler talk because I
Please
just
don't,
met
because I'm
him.
You
not there.
guys haven't got there. This
No,
is
I
like
got to
fucking.
him,
I
but you're
stopped
gonna say
playing
he's
the
gonna die.
game.
That's spoilers.
Well,
Okay,
now
you
if
gonna
you
die?
said that he's gonna die, you just spoiled it.
No, but like you was implied it.
Like, I wasn't implying that. I
It
was
was not
implying
implied.
something that was happening. That came with him. Well, this
Bro.
is early in the game. There's a part where you first meet him, and then he's being mad soft and telling his friend not to kill somebody, and now the girl that could have been a cool character gets shot, right? Because he's being dumb, and
Oh,
trying to have
honestly,
sympathy for the enemy and shit.
I just skipped the
And
cutscenes.
but that
I
was
just
like, oh
push.
my god, you skipped the cutscenes.
Yeah, I
See,
just pushed B B B B B B B B.
Oh my
And
goodness,
then
you're
gosh.
one of those.
That's
You're one
like
of those.
blasphemy.
no,
You
because
need
So
to
what
stop.
I stood the first like hour to watch the cutscenes. I just didn't care. It just felt
Yeah.
stupid. It was like
I feel you.
the
You like
gameplay
what you
though.
like. You
I
like
like
what you
the
like.
combos that you were saying, Joy, like the slow motion into
Yeah.
like the one good thing they do in this game is the loot. The loot feels good. It reminds
Yeah.
me of Borderlands, where like each loot you feel good. It feels good, and
Yeah.
Avengers loot feels garbage. Anthem's
and how
loot
much tiers
is
there
okay, I
are
guess.
for like they make so much tiers for you when it comes to mods for your weapons and armor and all that shit, like tier one, tier two, tier three. Like so I fuck
Yeah.
around with modding more than I go and buy new items.
Oh
Like
yeah,
I'm
I don't
always
buy
modding.
anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the loot in this game is dope.
Yeah.
The graphics are pretty good. I
Um,
think I'm playing on like not to like I don't know what
what kind of TV do
TV
you
you're
have?
playing on, but I'm playing like on my 4K TV with
I
like
got 4K if you don't play.
no, but I have like my not to get into it, but I got like these the lights that change with the game, so like it's very
Oh
cinematic
shit!
Oh
when I
What
shit,
is?
my
play.
boy Sven has those. She showed me that shit. He was
Yo,
showing him playing Buffalo
Wait!
Wild
Pause!
Wow.
Pause! What TV is that?
no, it's Philip Hue sync, and it's like you
Yeah.
put
You
the
got a
lights behind
Philips?
the. No, yeah, I have lights, and they change with the TV, so like it's
Do you
very
buy that separately?
yeah, you have to buy
Mhm.
separately.
You
It's
need to
and
send me that
it's
link.
expensive.
It's like
I'm
200 and
you're
change,
not
right?
broke.
Yeah.
You're not broke.
Yeah.
No,
Says
but the reason so when I turned it on, I did like at midnight. What's up, geek?
A Geek Physique cutscene
I
added
did like at
motion.
midnight, and like the house was dark, and then like there was like a sunsets, and it was like wow, this is really nice.
Yo, that's a whole mood right there.
Yeah, it's expensive, and I had some convincing with Mad Cream to let me do it.
I mean,
Mhm.
what did you trade off for it though?
Oh man,
Everything, right? Everything.
I mean,
What did it cost you?
I think I got away with it.
That's like
um,
Arvo. What did it cost you? Everything.
anything else, Dre?
No, I wanted to. I know. Gosh, have you guys been playing anything else other than Outright? Well, I know Felice said you've been playing. Like, of course, your Rogue Company. Like, how's Rogue
Wait,
Company going right now?
you didn't mean police. You
No,
might.
no, him. I know
Oh,
he's been playing Rogue Company. I know you've been playing Dying Light
nope.
and no, you
Cold
play
War.
something else.
Never been on Cold War.
Call of Duty.
Yeah, I kind of went back to it recently because I didn't realize that I had to do something very simple to unlock some things. I wanted to unlock the crossbow, but I thought it was like it didn't tell me how to do it. But my friend told me, it's like 14-year-old. I know it's weird to have a friend that's 14, right? Dope as fuck though. He was like, "Oh, this is the cheats. This is the cheats," and I was like, "All right, cool. Let me know them." So the stabby stab thing to get the weird blade, the wasabi or whatever. That's a sauce. That's not even a blade.
The
Um,
katana.
it sounds like sashimi, except it's stuff with a W. So to get the blade, I have to stab two people consecutively for like 10 or 20 matches, and then to get the crossbow, I have to use no attachments for like either 10 to 20 matches, three deaths. So that's where I'm at right now.
Mhm.
Like last time I was trying the last battle pass, I was trying to get the which I thought was a unicorn, but it's actually a kitty cat. Cooping Rainbows, which is I call Unikitty now. I was trying to get that calling card. I got it. You know, you got a plan, you stick to it, get your shit done. So I'm trying to now unlock those things because I want to stab people really bad. That's all
Sounds
I want.
fun. I don't know what happened to me that I can't get back on Call of Duty. Well, I can get back on it,
It
and
feels like a joke now, though.
it's not like it's a joke. It's just all right. It's been a month or two already, and
It still
now
feels
I
the
beat the
same, though.
story. It's like I'm not buying another battle pass. Like I always like fucking Fortnite gets my $10 a month, even though I don't even
But
play
that's
the
because you're a
battle
kid,
pass
though.
like that.
That's because you're.
Yeah. My son has his own. I still pay for my own battle pass, and he pays for his own battle
Oh,
pass.
but you pay for it for yourself.
Yeah. So I have like that Fortnite subscription service. Go once again going into these fucking subscriptions that I have and don't even use, and
Did you access the new part of the of it? Because there's a whole video and everything. I was watching my friend play it the other day, and
uh,
it was
uh,
like a
uh,
whole story.
yeah. I've accessed all that stuff. I started like when the new thing season comes out, me and my son play, and
Mm-hmm.
then as he continues, I drop off. Like
Yeah.
I try to play with him every day. You know, what's up, Alexandra?
What's up?
But I'm falling off. Like, I think it's something about I don't know, man. These games that want us to keep coming back for more and more while we have all these other new games coming out. It's getting harder and harder for me to go. Like even Destiny, and Destiny's my
I've
crack,
stopped with Destiny.
and I have yet to go and return to Destiny in like 3 weeks because I just feel like right now that's a chore.
That's just love
Like
is marriage. That's what that
yeah,
is.
like I just feel like it's a fucking chore right now, and that's why I haven't gone back to Destiny. But Fred, how's it like playing Rogue Company? 'Cause I know it sounds like you get tired of that shit.
Oh
Playing it
yeah.
You've
all
been
the
tired of that.
The the
He just got
the
to go.
other day I was like, I think it was like last Thursday. I was like done with this shit. I'm like, yo, we gotta figure something else
But
out.
wait,
time.
ain't you playing Rainbow Six now?
No, we played Tuesday Rainbow Six because Rogue Company's servers were down. I don't know. Whole Epic store was down. I couldn't even log
Yeah.
in.
Fuck. They're revamping or something.
So we
Hopefully.
played Rainbow Six. It was dope. It's fun, but it's just like
A
I don't
new
know.
COD,
You
but
have to
not
like
COD.
learn. You have to relearn everything. It
Yeah,
was a
that's
lot
what I
of
was
fun.
telling Mo. Mo wanted me to join with you guys. I'm like, man, I don't feel like learning this game all over again right now. You know,
It's
Plus,
just
like
different.
each character has like Overwatch, so each character has their own abilities. So
Oh,
now you
that's
gotta
true.
like figure out like counter plays. Like these people pick this. What should I use? What's their abilities? It's just like a whole fucking mess. It's not a easy game to get back into.
Doesn't sound easy at all.
mm-mm.
But it was hella fun. It was nice to be like all like a SWAT team. Like I got you left, I got you right. I'm throwing a flash grenade. It was pretty
Yeah,
See,
fun doing all
so
that.
there's a lot of
coordinate.
you see there's a lot of communication that's needed in that game.
A lot.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah,
Call of Duty, but worse.
No, I think Call of Duty you
yeah.
don't really need to
Call of Duty,
communicate.
nobody communicates.
Maybe
Like,
in
I
Warzone.
communicate.
well, you communicate, but majority of the people you play with ain't
Listen, I'm
communicating.
a woman. I
The only
gotta
thing
talk.
that I need to know in Call of Duty is like when we switching spawns. It's like let me know when we switch spawns. Other than that, it doesn't matter because it's not a that's like not a team sport really. You know?
It's
It's a
supposed to
run
be
and gun
though.
game. It's a
Yeah, it's a
run
one
and
gun.
gun
I
game,
know
man.
running good.
If
I
you
feel like I'm
want,
out here by myself.
this is a good segue into what I played one time because I was like so intimate
Segue.
intimidated by it. It's called Squad, and it's supposed to
Wait,
be like Battlefield
the squad?
SQ yeah SQUARD Squad. It's supposed to be like a Battlefield
Yeah.
but like hardcore. So like one headshot to the head, you're dead. There's classes like Battlefield. The maps are big like Battlefield, but like it's so much communication. Like each war has a specific class. So like a medic can't do the same thing as a rifleman, or a rifleman can't do the same as you know whatever. There's a whole bunch. But I
Whatever.
played it and
Alright.
like it was funny because I was like a medic. Cause I'm like you know what, I can't fucking shoot
You're a
and aim for
medic.
nothing. So at least
I'm
I'm gonna
usually
keep
always a
people.
I
medic.
can't
Every
see you
war
as.
game, I'm
I get
always a
that,
medic.
but Freddie, I can't see you as being a support character. You're more like a I'm gonna kill the whole squad.
Well,
My bad.
eventually, yeah, but because squad is only this is gonna be the reason why Dre doesn't play this. It's only mouse and keyboard. So my
Oh yeah.
WASD is not that good. So I'm like, you know
WAS.
what? Let me just keep
Oh
my head
really?
down. Yeah,
Got it.
let me keep my head down. Let me just heal
That shit takes
motherfuckers.
practice. That shit's hard as fuck though. If you're not used to it,
Yeah, it's definitely tough.
you get better at it if you like it.
But sure, keep. That's why I picked this game because I'm like this. I can just like practice and just chill. But it was just funny because I was like healing people and they're like, thank you, thank you. They're
Yeah.
like, good looks, and I'm like, it was nice to
Damn,
be
they never even
You
appreciated.
thank
did
me
a
when
good
I'm playing
job.
ESO. Right? I be swearing I make sure nobody dies when we in an ESO dungeon and like no one thanks me.
Yo,
And it's
I
like,
legit
No,
every time I healed somebody, it was like a 20-minute game. Everybody said thank you. They're
that
like,
feels good though, right?
yeah, but it was just
That's me
funny
on
because
Overwatch, except for when
it's
people
funny
die
because
so
you
much.
didn't talk back.
no, I didn't because
You're like, bitch, you don't know who I am.
I was just like this art of like struggling because I'm not used to like using. I always tell when I because Geek Physique he's good on mouse and keyboard. I'm like yo, I'm not used to using my pinky. I'm just like this. I'm not used to like clicking things with my pinky and using my thumb for shit. So I'm like I'm just
You
like
should
so
have told her
concentrated.
this fucking health kit is courtesy of Gamers Network. Like, yeah, like,
I know, right? Every
all
time
those
I hear
things,
somebody
turn
follow
those
Gamers
things
Network.
into likes. Turn
Follow.
those things into likes and viewership. Like, yeah, if you want me to keep healing you guys, tune
I
into
know it's
our
just
pod tonight.
no, but it was just fun because it's like it was a lot of communication. I like almost like to the point where I'm like, bro, chill out. You know, it's just a game. But it's fun because like you're playing a character. It's almost it's a dope game. It's something I want to stream, but I want to get a little bit better at it before I start streaming it.
Yeah, that makes
But
sense. You don't want to look like trash online. I mean,
yeah,
I don't mind looking like trash online. I make it with.
it's either two ways. You could like embrace it, you know, be like, yo, I'm a noob, come follow me in my journey, or like just like be like, oh, it was the lag, or it was the internet, or like always blame it on something else.
I don't lie. I just say, listen, I was trash. This is what happened. Oh my
You know,
gosh.
since we got the game talk out of the way, well, some of it. Fred, what news you got for us this week? Let's get into these gaming topics
I
now.
guess it's easy to go for me because I don't really. Oh, that the dude who made Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Hideo
Um,
Kojima.
Yeah,
The
that kid.
dude who made oh, can people please start blasting him in the comments for
Oh, the
that
guy who
line?
made Death Stranding
Like,
a
like,
masterpiece.
Oh,
Um,
like
it's wrong. It's wrong one.
he's
Hideo Kojima, man.
I don't know if I saw with Crick. I don't know if it's rumors or it's confirmed, but he's in. There's talks about him making an Xbox game, which I think that's an amazing thing. And if
I guess you didn't read my comments on our Gamerish page, which you barely communicate with people in.
hi
He likes
guys,
social media. You know that.
yeah, I don't like that shit. But hey, join Gamers Network Facebook page, guys. Uh,
Exactly, this guy, yo, this guy.
but look, it was dope, and I think that like if they could just give him the space, like he'll like money, make whatever game you want. I'd be curious to see what he makes.
I mean, my only tip with him, well, not tip, know your worth. That's what I'm gonna say first. But he's left two different studios. One in which was his baby that he created on his own after leaving. Was it Capcom? Konami? No,
This
it was Capcom.
Konami.
Konami. So he's left two studios in probably I want to say a year to a year and a half, maybe less. Because he even left his own studio apparently to start something else again because of differences, artistic differences. I get Konami; he was there for so long, but like when you know your worth, you know your worth. But leaving your own studio, why not just fire people and hire new people? I mean, I get contracts though. Also, I don't know, but
Well, he's
with
his
the
own
biggest,
brand now.
he
Like
is,
Kojima Productions is just him.
he made a brand, and it's well unless he never left, that could be a thing
No, I
too.
think
But
Kojima Productions is still around.
because it's sad that this is from pandemic. It said that he had left that one after only having it open for like a couple of months. So I haven't looked it up recently. I could be wrong. I could probably just Google it. But that was what the impression was, that he had left his newly formed brand for like artistic differences.
Maybe like I don't know. I can understand like it's difficult because you know when you have your own vision of something and then you bring other people onto that
And
and
they
then
fuck it up.
and they fuck it up and it's almost easier to be like you know what you can
Wash it
have
and
it.
fit.
Yeah. So I'm assuming like
I feel it.
I assume this
That sounds right.
guy's like what he wants in video games. I think he's trying something new. I think he's constantly trying to push it. Honestly, I don't think he cares if it works or it succeeds.
I
He
think he's
has
the
a
M Night
vision.
Shyamalan of
Yeah, I
the
think he just
video
like
game
wants to
world.
do what he wants, and he just
Yeah.
wants people just to be like
Because
back
like
it. It's like
he made, for instance, Death Stranding, which I didn't know was a glorified mailman. I loved Norman Reedus with my whole heart, but I honestly didn't play it past the fact of the almost like an hour or two into the beginning of the game.
oh man, I love that
I,
game. That game is like hit a spot for me.
maybe you should hit me up and let me know how that was after the fact.
Hold on,
But
what game you didn't
Death
like?
Stranding.
I didn't say
Oh,
I didn't
well,
like it.
Death Man, it was good. I still have yet to
I didn't
finish
want to be a
it,
mailman.
but
It's
you
like
know,
saying like you
Also,
don't so you don't like
there's nothing
racing
wrong with
games
mailman. There's nothing wrong with mailman. No, I don't like racing games unless it's a carbon.
and you don't play sports games either, right?
I don't like sports games unless it's specific football games.
Okay.
I also understand sports, FYI. There's to play sports, being queer and all that shit. But no, I just it just rubbed me the wrong way. I like the eeriness behind it, the air behind it, how creepy it was. The little dead baby, no, it wasn't dead, it was alive. The baby in the backpack was really a good creep factor for me. But
BB.
yes, whatever his name was. But for me, I just wanted a car. Or
I mean, did you appreciate like he was trying something different?
No, I appreciate that it was genius. I'm sorry, yes. Not no. Yes, I appreciate that it was genius. The possibly
Is there anybody
like,
watching that hated Death Stranding? Because I
I
know
didn't
there's
say
probably a few
hate. That's such a
haters of
strong
Death
word.
Stranding. No, no, I'm just saying there's a
Oh my
bunch of
god.
people that hated
I
Death
think he's so
Stranding
fucking
because
genius.
they didn't like what it came out to be. You know, me, I'm all about the story, and Death
I
Stranding,
just couldn't
all I
get
cared
the
about was the story. I just didn't like having to travel so far to see the next
That's what I
cutscene.
just said.
Yeah,
I needed a
I like
car.
that part, I guess. I
Well,
like the like it was
because you
nice
had
just
the
to like
random in the desert. Well, it wasn't a desert, but you had the random like a random encounters with the spirit thingies.
yeah.
Whatever they were. Yeah, I liked that, but I didn't like. It was so far to travel. Honestly, I probably should play the game because
What
what's
I
up,
did
good,
Daniel?
great.
Danny? Thanks for tuning in, man.
I was gonna
Eddie
say
Danny Ground.
they say it's whole government. Damn.
Say I say represent. Say where you
He
from.
used his name. I'm saying what up. You know,
I was gonna say, I think I like the whole building thing. The same reason why like sometimes Minecraft hits a good spot. It's like you just want to like just like build something, and I think I got
I
really
feel
into the
that.
whole building the road because it gets to a certain
I
point
didn't know
where
anything
you to
about building the road.
yeah, there's a
Was that
certain point
early
where
on? 'Cause I don't remember that.
yeah, it's kind of early on. I mean, these
Nice,
games
nice.
are
That's hard.
long, like Metal Gear, um, but like there's a
Metal
point where
Gear
like
wasn't
you
long enough.
I just want to see the guy with the black fingers.
yeah, you
See
should
the
just like
guy? His
power.
wife's Hannibal.
You should power through the beginning. The beginning is probably like, the worst part of the game. I mean, as sad as that sound.
I guess because it's tutorial though, right?
Yeah, you're learning and they're assuming you don't know anything. So they're like really just like, okay, go from A to B. Understand that this is the game. But then it gets so much better.
Yeah. I'll try to give it another chance. I'll try
It
to give
probably
it.
look good. I think did it get an upgrade
It
on
was
PS5?
beautiful though. It was fucking beautiful.
Yeah,
It
I
has
don't
a
even
half
think you'll tell the difference. What's
the
funny is
half
that
whatever.
nowadays people
It's from
don't even realize sometimes when they're fucking when they're playing a PS4 game on their PS5 because like graphics are just that good now. You
Yeah.
know, that's the funniest
You're
part.
right. You're right about that. You were 100% right about that.
Yo, who wrote "Don't Get Dre Started" with Metal Gear? That gotta be my wife. Yo, I got it. I'm gonna assume
I
that's my
don't know. I'm
wife.
not in that
Yeah.
chat. I'll
Hey
see.
Star, join our Gamerish page.
Yeah, join the
Wait,
go to
who's
the
Star?
page, honey. My wife.
Oh, Starlene.
Yes.
There's a tab on top. Click it.
I
And
still
then,
do like I'm just
and
So
then
we can
join.
see your name.
Jolene is like one of my favorite songs.
Your
So I didn't know her
wife.
by Starlene because of Jolene.
Um,
They said laughing my ass off your wife. So is it my wife or did I just
no,
call some
she's
random
responding.
person?
I think she's typing, but
Oh,
like we're talking so
oh,
fast that like
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a delay, especially with restream, because there's a delay to Twitch or Facebook or whatever, and then there's another delay with restream. So
All
it's like
right. Just making sure. Just making
it's less than
sure.
a minute, but it's long
this is
enough.
a good
No.
this is a good time. We have 10 people watching. Thank you guys. Please, if you haven't yet, follow us on whatever platform of your choice. You have Twitch,
I'm
you have
getting there right
Facebook,
now.
and you have YouTube. If you do have Facebook, please join our Facebook group. We're eventually gonna get taper off of the group and just focus on the page. So
The link in there
we're
is
not
Yeah.
disappearing. We're
that's
just
our
gonna be
page.
focusing a little bit more on the page.
I'll keep posting links all week so you guys can join in the page. And then I'm gonna start the tournament. We got I dropped the most badass women in movies tournament about to start up. If
Badass
I get a
women.
bunch of people, I'm gonna fill in all the spots myself with a bunch of characters I like. So I advise people to start joining and filling up the rest of those spots. I think I got like 10 spots left. Let's go. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Uh, I've been like going in everyone's Discord posting our links. So
Mhm. You got any other news, Fred? Oh yeah, but no, we didn't even finish with that shit because I didn't even get into my comment. So I posted that article today,
Yeah.
yeah,
and I told Eric posted the article because I didn't want to post the article because my excuse for not posting the article was that Hideo Kojima is just gonna start building a game for Xbox and then we'll never see it. So that's why I didn't
don't
post
say
the
that.
fucking article because God knows how many games this man has started that none of us have ever seen. You
Well,
know,
some of them didn't ever get seen. It wasn't his fault. Like for instance, Silent Hill, and then the new whatever.
yeah,
Other,
you're
but
right. Yeah,
it's because
some are his fault, but it could be his fault because he takes too fucking long. Like every
no,
time he
you didn't
starts a
get the
project, he
patience.
takes like 30 years for like
Not 30
either
years because we have not been
between
playing
every
30 years.
game he's released between Metal Gear Solid 1 on PS1, like I reached a different part of life between every Metal Gear game that
Nothing wrong
comes
with
out.
that.
You
Final
know,
Fantasies they take forever because
well,
they do one game forever.
we're used to Final Fantasy because it's never final.
What's
You know,
different
so
from him and
when
them?
it comes to Metal Gear, it's just like I was in grade school when part one came out. When part two came out, I was in middle school. When part three came out, high school. When part four came out, well, I was still in high school when
I
part
mean,
four
well,
came
the
out.
last one was trash and it wasn't him, so don't even
Um,
like, you know.
yeah, so like it's over. I just
The one
want
with the
all I
dude
want
that
to
was
hear.
just like a robot. I can't remember his name. That's the one that you like.
Well, you talking about you're not talking about Raiden's own.
Yes,
Cause Raiden's game Revengeance was nice.
I guess.
Is that the one where you cut stuff in slow motion?
Yeah,
I guess.
that was a
But
nice
when it cuts
game.
stuff in slow motion, I'll go to the kitchen.
But like the one where you're fighting like zombie stuff was the bad one. I forgot what that
Oh
one's
yeah,
called.
that was garbage.
Yeah, but that wasn't made by him, so that was just Konami trying to put
Well, going in
something
the
out there.
future, they won't be. So I guess we get used to
So I'm
that.
just hoping Microsoft gives Konami like $10 million. It says give us the Metal Gear franchise,
You think
and we
it'll do
get
any better?
you
They
know
fucked up Halo.
no, I mean
I know
like
you guys love
no, I just
Halo.
want my
Sorry, that was a lot.
remakes. I want my
Sorry.
Metal Gear Solid 1 remake. I want the
Oh,
remake of the
you want
Super
them to
Nintendo
do what
games.
Freddie says he hates when they do is re-spit out the same games over and over because they have no original idea. Got
Metal
it.
Gear is Metal Gear. Everyone's gonna eat that shit up like it's a new Mario
Or
game.
not. Except if
Yeah.
you need that card one, which was trash.
Mm, Metal Gear Acid?
Was that
What?
what it was?
Oh my no,
For the
Metal Gear
PSP?
Acid. But then again,
For the
I'm
PSP?
biased because I love card games.
I love
So
card games too, but
I
I was
guess
just
I'm
like,
biased because I
I
still play
brought that
Yu-Gi-Oh for
thinking,
like five
nah,
hours a
legit.
day.
I brought that thinking it was something that it wasn't, and it was
Yeah,
interior.
I think that was the problem. Is that like I think they didn't do a good
They
job
didn't promote it.
explaining, yeah, what that game was. But yeah, I thought that game was okay. I thought that game was
It
good.
was
Yeah,
okay,
that
but
had two
like I
parts,
grew to
man.
love
That
it.
had
Like
two parts. It had to have made some type of
I
money.
don't even know what age I was when I bought it, but all I know is that like at the time the boyfriend who was shitty brought me a PSP. Actually, I took his PSP because we broke up. But I bought that. Yeah, I do that shit. So I brought myself the Metal Gear because I was like, ooh, I gotta get this Metal Gear because I think Net Geo or whatever the fuck it was, Neo Geo was out or some shit, and I was like, this is a cheaper version. It's not, obviously, it's a different system. And so I bought Metal Gear Acid, just like I bought Kingdom Hearts for my
Yes,
fucking
I
3DS,
play
which
Magic.
was also a card game. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with people? This whole genre of card games, because Pokemon was out and it was like popping. So everyone was trying to make a fucking card game for a game. And I'm like, this is not what I paid for. And you just get stuck with it. And I learned to love both of them actually. But I don't want to be coaxed into something. I want to like spend my money on something that I know I'm gonna love initially, not like, oh, I learned to love it because I got my first job and I
But
got.
isn't that what life is about?
No, don't do that to me. You don't even like Freddie G. You specifically talk about you want games to be as far from life as possible, so I need you not to
Yes,
hit me with that. You know what that
incorrect.
means. You know
Yeah,
how much it
I'm
Um,
all
hurts.
about card games. Yu-Gi-Oh! If
No, I like
Pokemon
card
comes out
games.
with a
Don't
fucking card game, I'm
listen.
buying it
Listen.
like
Don't
a video game version.
listen. Don't slip in my DMs and pretend like you're
Yeah,
not seeing
I
me
play
in
Magic the Gathering.
that.
Like, if y'all want to face me on the Dragon
Listen.
Ball Z game on Nintendo Switch, the card game on there, like you could come at
That's
me,
different. But
that's
like
the
promote it
thing.
as a card game. Don't promote it as some shit that's not by showing
Yeah,
me all
I
your
agree. I think
cutscenes.
that like
That's
they
cheating.
did a beta switch on that. But I
It's
think it's
different.
like not really. I think everybody likes card games. There's so many card games now.
Of course, I like card games. I
But
like
Um,
Metal
PD.
Gear Acid was the
PD is
first of
not a
its
card
kind.
game.
If it wasn't for
FYI.
Metal Gear
I don't
Acid, we wouldn't have shit like Monster Train
I don't give
and
a fuck.
and
Listen. Oh, I couldn't get. Wait, I can't see that because the logo's in the
couldn't
way.
get into the
Metal
MGS
Gear
series. My
series. My
brother was
brother's
obsessed with
obsessed
it
with it.
though. Same with
Wait,
Magic the
what's
Gathering.
MGS?
Metal
Metal
Gear
Metal
Gear
Gear
Solid.
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 Man, you should definitely check that out.
Yeah, check it out.
Metal Gear is definitely worth playing. There's a lot of history behind
The
it.
thing
It's
about
just
Metal
the
Gear
whole thing.
2 is it's hard to know when to jump in because the timeline's all fucked up.
It
It's
is
it's almost
like
like the
Marvel,
fucking Marvel universe.
like DC.
Um,
Thank you.
you definitely need to
That's why
to
it'll be great if he starts remaking the games for Super Nintendo. Then everybody want to play those. They see where it started. Well, it really started with like part five, and then part three and all that shit before all the rest. So it is all over the place, but a quick Google search can help you with that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who wants to do homework to play a game?
No one.
Man, we could
No
do
one.
Google just to argue with people on the streets.
I don't.
But that's not real argument. That's just like some fake shit, like fake fans. What's
I'm
it?
just
Clout?
saying. I'm just
Clout?
Um,
saying.
Clout?
We use Google for everything else.
Sorry, guys. This puppy has an upset tummy, so I'm rubbing his belly.
Another story I have. I only have like two more. One is Brazilian justice. I guess the Brazilian fucking government down there, they officially banned all loot boxes from
Hey,
games.
what? Word?
Yeah. So it
Shit.
doesn't
I'm
mean
fine with
much
that.
because it's Brazil
Well,
at the end
does
of the
that mean
day.
that they can no longer get any stuff?
Yeah, like loot boxes
They
are
have to unlock it, like on
no, like there's no loot boxes, and they have like when they make that game and they go sell it to Brazil, they can't like Overwatchers. You can't have loot boxes. 2K,
Yeah,
there's
so
no
they're
loot
probably just going
boxes.
to give
So
them
you can't
another
play that game at
means of
all.
getting stuff.
Yeah, they probably just make it, and they probably just make it in-game purchases. Like,
Yeah.
if you want this, pay
Wait,
$5
isn't that a
straight
loot
out.
box though?
Huh?
Oh, never mind. Heard you. Got it. Got it.
Yeah. So again, this is a step in the right direction, but it's not gonna mean much if it's not like Europe or US
Universal.
doing that. But it's a step forward. How do you guys feel about that?
Well, we've been discussing this off and on for the past fucking few and one here and here podcasts. I think that's fair. Like, I should be able to buy shit I want, not have the shit I don't want. Also, when I purchased things, well, that was the same statement. Wait, what is that? Geeky Zeke, what did he say? I don't like that. This is
Hope your
great.
your mouth is getting better. Loot boxes are cracked.
They're not crack if you're playing Fallout Shelter. They're not crack.
No, crack in the sense of like they're addicting, and that's
I
I
know
think
what crack
that's
means. That's why I said they're not crack if you're playing Fallout Shelter. They give you
no, they
money.
are because you keep buying them.
No.
I never got that far with Fallout
Oh
Shelter.
man, I bought
did.
tons of money on
I
that
did.
game,
And
and
I'm
then
excited
I
about
lost
it.
my save, and I had to start over
And
again.
when I say they're, I guess they are crack. Never mind, because I kept buying them.
Yeah,
Crack.
that's what I'm saying. That's what crack is.
I was like, they're not crack. They're not crack. Look at me. Withdrawals.
2K got me.
2K.
Overwatch got me for a little bit. Fortnite got me in the beginning.
2K still getting you.
Nah, I'm
I know
clean.
Madden is
Overwatch
getting
got
you.
me.
No, I don't. I'm just done with that shit now.
But to Freddie's point, Overwatch updated that shit recently. Maybe that's why they updated it, because obviously if Brazil was able to ban that, then it had to be conversations. Did you just? Oh my gosh. Anyway, if oh my gosh. Anyway, if Overwatch was banned for that, not banned, but like if the loot boxes were banned for that reason, then there had been conversations prior to that, which means that's why they probably changed their lettering and their writing on loot boxes here in the States.
Yeah.
So if you go to buy a loot box currently, it says different things now. I think Freddie mentioned it before. They changed the statement.
They give you the percentage of chance you have of getting certain items.
Yeah,
Is what they started showing
2
now.
seconds.
Yeah, so I think it's path. I think it's somewhere that I think it is addicting, and it's kind of unfair for like young kids, just giving them money away.
I mean, it's not even their money, little shit.
Yeah,
I
they
know, I was
give a
gonna
lot of
say-
money
Look,
away.
kids.
Did you guys get an email from Epic about the lawsuit?
No, but
Another one?
I do have
No, the
some
same
stuff
one.
about
I just
PlayStation.
got another email, and they're like, "Hey, make sure you
It's probably my
Oh.
junk mail.
you
You try and
apply
get
for
your
it."
V-Bucks.
Yeah, $20 worth of V-Bucks. I spent more than that.
I probably got it in my email, my junk mail.
It's there, but I never clicked on anything 'cause I don't want to go through a process.
Did you poop on me?
Star got it.
So I don't know how my wife got it. She ain't get no damn loot box email.
She's in charge of your email, so she probably got it before you saw it.
She ain't into my damn emails.
You okay, mom?
You better watch out.
I know.
That changed real quick.
Hey, oh man. I'm
What I
about
was
to say
gonna say, my
something funny,
last.
but then she wouldn't find it funny.
She's watching now, so you better be careful. My last story is I know I'm pretty sure we already mentioned it, but I feel like we didn't have a bigger conversation about it. It's MLB The Show on Xbox Game Pass. First time ever that the show is on another system, and the fact that it's fucking free on the Game Pass, man, that's
Wait, what?
ridiculous.
I did not
Well,
see
you didn't
that.
notice? Girl, you don't be on Gamerish Network Facebook page?
Yeah, please follow. Yeah, so it's all so that's crazy. This
I
is a
was busy.
fucking big deal. This is like I don't know. This is like a fucking fu for PlayStation. Like, yo,
It is.
we
Like,
took
we
your
can-
game,
we
and then
make
we're gonna
it
make
free.
sure it's free for everybody who has the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah. But
I
like
think-
Sony came out and said it was the MLB's decision to put it
Yeah.
on
They
Xbox.
try to get that money.
You know, so yeah, they wanted to go
No,
out
but
there
like
and-
the fact that it's like it'd be one thing if like the show was on Xbox for a minute and
It's
then
an
eventually
epic-
is on Xbox Game
No,
Pass.
it's an epic
But-
bird. Like,
Yeah,
they
that's what I'm saying.
own
Like,
everything.
let's show it like the respect it
own
deserves,
everything.
man. This
What
is
you gonna do about it?
crazy.
Yeah, I'm playing MLB The Show on Xbox for the first
It's like
time
two
ever
siblings.
this year.
It's like two siblings fighting. Like, what you gonna do? 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 And they can't do shit. So that's funny.
It's be good, man. It's gonna be good. I love what Xbox doing, man. They keep throwing shit out there. As much as a lot of
I
people
don't
are
know, man.
still
They
trying to
treated
find ways to hate on Microsoft right
they
now,
treated
but you
Twitch petty
cannot
enough.
deny the fucking
I love it.
waves Microsoft is making right now. Like
Yeah.
too many people are still hating, or well, nowadays I don't even see the PlayStation haters speaking up anymore. They're just like, oh, let me sit back,
I think all they
and
have now is like
but,
Halo, but
you know,
like
What?
so,
Wait, what?
no people talking shit about Xbox. They're pretty quiet right now. Because in the
yeah,
Oh,
beginning it was like, oh, you guys don't have games. Okay, that changed. Oh, you
yeah.
guys don't
Now we
have
got
this.
mad
That
game,
changed.
well,
But
I mean, didn't you see the clapback? Which literally, as we were having this discussion, we're talking through some of my topics, so I'm not gonna repeat them. But literally, PlayStation's clapback, because I have to do in the small quotations because it's not really a clapback. It's not really sufficient. Was let me do. Was it a play while you're at home? I'm saying it wrong. I swear I'm saying it wrong. But play at home. That whole thing where it gives you
oh
free
yeah, their
games.
whack ass thing. Yeah.
Like if you click on the PlayStation Store and you scroll to the PlayStation Store, you can literally find a bunch of. They don't tell you it's free initially though. By just having
No,
it
they
like
told us, but it was
no,
subtle.
no, yes, yes, and no. They tell you that there's some free shit happening, some free shit coming, but they don't like literally when it's not on the main page. The main page is all about at least on mine anyway, because I played Fortnite once. Maybe it's catered to the person, but on the
Hmm.
main page there's Fortnite, and I played Fortnite once, and all I see is Fortnite, and I'm like,
That's all Epic needs.
get the fuck off my page. But
That's all Epic needs.
beyond that, if you go into the store and you like click around, because I always download new PS Plus games, like for instance the Soulstorm, Abe's Odyssey. I think it's Abe's Odyssey.
Yeah, I
Soulstorm
got to
that came out,
start playing.
which is supposed to be paid for, but it's free this month. Like, don't play me. Um, beyond that game, if you scroll further down, you'll find a bunch of free indie games. Now, that for me is the clapback to Xbox doing the whole oh, we got like mad free shit for Game Pass. We're the home of indie. PlayStation has been known for the home of indie forever. JRPGs, indie, whatever. Xbox is like, haha, that's laughable.
no,
Look,
that's not true. Xbox 360
Look,
days, they had some
nah,
good indies.
they did, but PlayStation has been known for the home of indie.
Things changed.
That's we're agreeing. We're agreeing.
Oh, okay.
Look
I'm
at
like, I'm
that.
trying to figure out where angle you're coming from.
No, that's literally what I'm saying. That's literally what I'm saying. Like,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
it's
okay.
like literally like, but Xbox is not being showy about it. PlayStation is like, look what we got. We got this, and
well, at
Xbox
least
is like,
Xbox gives a whole show to the indie developers as
well,
opposed
PlayStation
to
just had gave
PlayStation
a show.
hasn't.
Remember that whole fuck? Well, it wasn't PlayStation. It wasn't PlayStation specific. Hold on one second. My supposed to turn off. My light turn off. But it wasn't PlayStation specifically. It was. It was. It was what the fuck do you call that? It was a show for just indies. That's all it said. So some of them were for Xbox, but they were also mostly for PlayStation or just PlayStation. That show that they had not that long ago, the showcase that um we talked
Uh,
kind of.
they'll all
Uh,
be on Game Pass eventually, and even Stadia is getting into the indie game now. They just announced today like 10 new indie games that's gonna be
yeah,
on
well, that's
Stadia
to keep
first.
Stadia alive because there's been some new information about Stadia and some games being not exclusive because they're not saying exclusive, but they're saying that they're creating them on Stadia.
Yeah, Stadia
So
first games as they call them.
yes, yes, yes. So I don't know. I don't know. That's how I feel.
Yeah. I think it's pretty dope that
I think so too.
indie, as a thing, pretty soon indie games are not gonna be so indie. You know. So I'm just
I don't
excited
know.
that they're getting to bigger platforms and like I said, and it's kind of disappointing because
Don't
like
eat my socks.
they're gonna like indie games are not as special as they are because what made them special before was like they really were just like some mom and
But
pop studios really working hard to get
they'll
it.
still be called indie because they're from individual studios that are
Yeah, no, I
and
mean like technically they'll be indies, but like
but they'll be big name
yeah,
brands.
and there'd be like money behind them too. Like
Shit.
Xbox have programs where they're like, "Hey, be an indie game on our thing. We'll help you out as much as we can." Like
I agree with you.
that's yeah,
Speaking
that's
of which,
indie technically, but
there
like
was yeah,
you get
there
your
was
money
a
from Xbox. I don't know how indie
yeah.
you are, you know?
Well, I mean, if you look back in history, Xbox already started doing a program when I was still working at GameStop. Like, but it was like way back when before I was even a manager. They started a program which I think that was like the fucking seed to kill the fact that indie was predominantly uh, PlayStation. So they set a program where they had each year they had an indie contest where small developers they said get a writer, get a designer or artist, make a game. It doesn't matter how it looks, and put it through. There's a contest, and you won money and you won a spot. You know, like they'll put money behind your fucking your project. And I remember that because I entered. And literally, like, it was like so fucking epic that like I feel like that was like literally the seed to get indie on their side because I know you said there's a lot of indie games. There was a lot of indie games, but they didn't promote it as such. They were promoting the big names because Xbox was like, let's get all the big stuff. Let's get all the big stuff.
What was it
Indie,
called? It was like Summer of Arcade. Remember on Xbox
fuck,
360?
I'll look it up.
Yeah,
But
I remember that shit.
it wasn't on Xbox One, clearly because that's not long ago. It was on Xbox 360,
Yeah,
but
that's what,
literally, I can't remember what game that won, but I think wait, no, that was PlayStation. Journey One is a collection of games, but PlayStation did something similar, but theirs were granted the game was popular and won Mad Awards, like Journey, this game called Scarf or something, and some other game, but
Like
it's
game
called
Flower.
Thank you. Flower. Yes, Flower. They won on their end, but no one knew about the contest. But Xbox was like, yo, get some money. We're throwing this shit everywhere. It was promoted literally on the TVs because we had GameStop TV. It was promoted in the GameStop where there was like obviously the targeted the market that they needed to target. You know, people who don't know any better, or rather people who are brilliant in reference to gaming and have skills. So I don't know. I just feel like that's where it started. For the beginning of the end of PlayStation being the only in public captain of indie is what I meant. I'm done with my rant. I'm done. I'm sorry. I love indie
Is
games.
that all the news you have, Fred?
yeah, that's all I have.
He's like, she just spoke
So
all.
what about you, Felice? What haven't we covered yet?
Well, you covered like three of my topics, but the only other topic that no, I think I had two more topics. One was about PlayStation Plus. We kind of spoke about it, but we didn't cover it. And it's something that I think Freddie said before. No, Trey, you said it before. You were like, okay, well, for Sony Pony, they feel like they're giving a bunch of nice games for PlayStation Plus, but realistically, for all of us real people, we know that they're just giving us the same games over and over again, right?
Yeah, they're giving us
Kinda
everything that we've been given free on PS Plus already.
on
And for
PS4.
some reason, these people haven't claimed the game and still think this shit is new.
Yes. So okay, other than Soulstorm, which I think is probably I haven't finished playing it, but I feel like maybe they're pushing that because maybe it's not a good game.
No, I
I
think it's because Microsoft is giving us new games every month, so they're just
so they're
like, we have
like
to give us
we
something.
can't get Final Fantasy again in a month. Yeah, I feel that. I love Abe Odyssey, Abe's Exodus. I love those things, the Mudokins. I believe that it's very closely related to the concept of people being enslaved because clearly they were enslaved and turned into murderers. But pushing that game aside, why not know what Days Gone again when that shit's free? For PlayStation 5 collection? Also, Zombie Army 4. What the fuck?
Yeah. Which
Like,
Stadia gave us for free like 3 months ago.
do they not talk to each other? Do they not
Mhm.
have a person that looks at everyone's things? And what's with the overlapping? Like, I don't know if you noticed, but often when a game is free on the Xbox for Game Pass, one moment, 15 days or 30 days, because, they have two times, it's free the next month on PlayStation. Like, are we playing Follow Me and Catch Up?
Yeah, that's what they're basically doing.
That
And
doesn't
even
make
with
it look good.
PlayStation Now, like they wanted to give everybody like what was it, Avengers and what was the
Avengers
was it
Campaign.
day not Days Gone because they already put that on PlayStation Now. They put something else. Avengers and some other game, but then when everybody found out that it was a PS4 versions of the game, they're like, "The fuck! Like you try to G us? Like
Yeah,
you know,
they've been charging years.
uh,
But yeah, what do you think about that, Freddie? I mean, I know what you think, but I'd rather hear you say
Um,
it.
Yeah, I'm curious. It's more like contracts on the back end that they're not really letting us know. Um, I think this
Contract.
shows you that like PlayStation. I don't know. I feel like PlayStation. First, I feel like Xbox was chasing PlayStation,
Yeah, initially. Yeah.
and then there was a point where Xbox was like, "We're not gonna win this fight, so let's start something new." And they
Yeah.
fucked up in the beginning with the whole like always on. Let's make your Xbox the entertainment, the
Yeah.
thing that
ESPN and all
yeah,
that
I
shit.
think
Yeah,
they
that
made a
shit was
mistake with
whack.
that. Even though like my 360 and Xbox days, I did have the TV connected to my Xbox.
Me
I did
too.
have it. I had like the Xbox controller, so I just
Xbox
turned it
on.
on. Yeah, I did all that. So like I wasn't that disappointed. Like I figured it makes sense, but the whole always online to be able to play my games was a bunch of bullshit. I
Yeah.
didn't agree with that point, but they fixed that point, and since then, every like step they took has been
Calculated.
calculated, but also like long term thinking. Like they're not. I feel like PlayStation's reacting, constantly reacting, constantly reacting. Xbox is they have a plan, and they're just they're like going with that plan, and it just shows you that PlayStation doesn't have a plan. They just keep reacting to Xbox,
You
which
can't be
was what
reactive.
Xbox used to do to PlayStation. Because
Yeah.
PlayStation was doing something, and Xbox would react to it. PlayStation did
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
and so I
Yeah.
like where Xbox is going. I think PlayStation needs to like double down on what makes them PlayStation,
Yeah.
you know,
What
and
makes them unique? What makes them individual?
Like
What makes
and
honestly, I've been playing my Xbox like probably if I had 8 hours a day, I'm on my Xbox 6 hours and on my PlayStation for like two.
yeah.
Like that's how it's gotten so far.
Freddie, like you didn't say you've said no lies right now. Legit. And also BK Brother.
I think that
Um
like
yeah.
sorry, not to cut
No,
you
no,
off.
no. I was just congratulating you. Go
Oh,
ahead.
thank you. I was gonna say I think what PlayStation needs to do from my what I want to see from PlayStation forward is the single player games like The Last of Us,
Yes.
is the Uncharted, make new IPs because
Yes.
I think they're getting like to the threes and the fours of games and they should
Yeah.
probably stop that. But like that's what I go to PlayStation for. I want those intimate, grown
Mhm.
ass, mature games, and
Yes.
I go Xbox for everything else.
And stop blocking shit when you send to America. I want to see everything.
Yeah.
Um, but speaking of which, you said something. I'm trying to remember exactly what it was. Oh, well, how to relate it to this. Um, the concept that PlayStation has these things where like they're always being reactive. And Sally,
Oh my
hey,
God, Sally, you're here. Thank you.
hey, my boo. Sally's been
Hello,
here for.
Sally.
Oh
The
shit,
only
Sally's in
Sally
the
I know is
house.
my
I
bartender.
can't read
So
the
I
end of that
just
It says
because.
Microsoft is buying everything.
Thank you. Oh
Crackgaming.com.
my gosh.
oh
Oh my
snap!
Thanks
You guys were
for
talking about crack and they showed
crack.
up.
He shut up.
You
no.
know?
Read,
They came
read.
back.
420, 420.
I was like, where are you guys at? I posted in all the discords. I was like, where are you guys at? Oh
Thank you for
my gosh.
following crackgaming.com.
Not this
I'm
one.
pretty sure your name is a plug, so I'm just plugging your name up in our
That
stream.
gaming owns a fucking whole Discord. It's a whole mood. Death
Yeah,
Rider here. Hey, Death
That's right.
Rider.
Okay.
Death
Um,
So
Rider. That's
but what
like
I was
a
saying was,
scary ass name, man.
yeah, it is fucking scary as
And
shit.
what's good, Sally? We're talking about Sony and Xbox and like the
Yeah,
future plans.
yeah. Fuck. Before I lose my train of thought and get nervous because people are actually
And
watching.
Microsoft is buying everything.
Wait, what is it? Change it. I can't. Fuck. Can you
Change
read
it
that?
for our
tournaments.
and just haven't made a new
I can't read
person.
tournaments. Yeah. Nah, I feel you.
Yeah, but what do you? I mean, this is because Sally brought it up. What do you feel? Do you like that Microsoft is buying everything? You think they're just using money to get ahead? Or you think
They
it's?
are getting use money to get ahead. That's
I mean, do you
literal
agree
math
with
of it.
that? Like, do you like whatever?
Do I agree
It's
with
like the
it?
Yankees who just buy like every best player because they have the most money. You know,
Little puppy, he went in his crate. Um, I'm listening. I've been listening. Just
playing COD on
Playing
PC.
God.
Do you wear
yeah.
glasses, Felice?
No. On my screen on the iPad because it shrinks everything because it's an iPad versus the computer. It puts the Gamers Network and the plus is black. It's in front of the screen of the words, so
Yeah.
I can't see the words that are right under the logo.
Okay.
Yes, I wear glasses.
Joe, you can take it off. It's on on the graphics.
Well, I didn't know I could do that, but I
What
was gonna.
this?
No, you
Now
just
there's no
missed it. I
chat.
can't read it. What did she
Now
say?
there's no chat.
I don't.
It's
That's no, I see that chat.
all
I
right.
cannot read the words that
I
are
don't.
not
Oh, the
understood.
chat's on the right side. It says I don't care because I benefit from
Yeah.
it being on Game Pass. I agree, Sally.
I agree too. I had a thought process and I don't remember what I was talking about, but no, I agree that Microsoft is in fact buying up everything, and yes, that is a thing because that's what you do in business. You acquire things, you acquire assets until the I can't remember the part of the government says you're a monopoly. So that's what you do until they tell you no. So yes, that's what they're doing. And is it a smart plan? Yes, it's a smart plan. Am I mad about it? No, because that means I get more chips like Bethesda.
Can't be mad at Microsoft. Like this, the thing is about like when people that just fucking fuck with Sony only. It's just like, oh, Microsoft is just buying their way into the game. But hey, imagine if fucking Sony got a good offer from Microsoft for their fucking game. All your games are going to PC anyway. Like God of War is coming to PC, Uncharted is coming to PC.
That
Like
hurts.
all Sony games are
They're
coming to
only doing that
PC.
because they can't compete.
And that's
They're,
still
they're doing a
fucking
good job
Microsoft,
by
like
making
it
Game
or
Pass
not.
so cheap too. It doesn't feel vicious to me. It's
Yeah.
not vicious, and unless
Yeah,
you're a
like you
company,
said, respect the hustle. Um,
respect the hustle.
I don't think. I think saying that like Microsoft is buying everything and like that's the only reason. The reason why Microsoft was losing so early in the beginning is because they didn't have those studios that Sony had for years. Now
Yeah,
let's like, and that's why that Microsoft was always behind because Sony studios they have history, they have games that they had practice. You know, at
Microsoft
Xbox,
has
Microsoft never had
been
that chance.
Microsoft has been something.
They bought Bungie to get Halo.
Trying to.
Wait, but then they
Yeah,
always
so
owned
it's
No,
Bungie.
Microsoft had Halo
Yeah,
already because
Halo.
that was supposed to be a PC
I
game
think you're talking about
only.
343 Studio. I think they bought that.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because Bungie is
They did,
independent.
and that's when Halo went to
Yeah,
trash,
Bungie's
in my opinion.
independent now, but they do got 343.
Um, you do realize though that what a monopoly specifically is. I'm not gonna placate anyone. I'm not gonna
No,
chat
we are. I mean, we
antagonize.
are. I play Monopoly. I know
Not
how it works.
yes, you not the game monopoly because you can't just charge more.
I know it
That's
was
what
a
it was.
joke.
I was just like, dude, I was like, wait. I rob the bank all the time. That's not what I meant. Don't tell anybody. But literally with the monopoly, like when if Microsoft become that, which they could be put into that fairly soon in the next 2 years or so.
It'd be
Uh,
impossible
nah, it won't be impossible.
because
Fucking Costco,
Bethesda was
not
huge.
Costco,
yeah,
Target.
but
Not
that's that
Target.
was huge. If anything, who's a Monopoly is fucking Apple.
We won't
Yeah.
discuss that right now because it benefits me. But literally, if they do become a monopoly, you know what happens after they buy out all the things they want to buy out? They can just change the prices to what they want to change it. So yeah, it's cheap right now, but doesn't mean they won't change it later, and they'll send us that nice email. Hey guys, just like Netflix did, because they're becoming a monopoly.
I,
Hey
I,
guys,
I honestly
it
don't
was six
care
dollars. I do care. It was
because I'm like,
$6.
no, because look, are
And
we gonna
It's
now
want?
supply and
it's gonna be
demand. That's
eleven
why.
Yeah.
ninety nine
The
to
only
do the
reason
same
Look,
that
thing.
if they say we guarantee you're gonna get 5 new games a month,
But they're not saying that. They
no,
say
but
they don't
what if
need to,
same
they
they're
say
shit,
showing
something
us.
like that?
but more
You
money.
know, and you're just paying $20 a month now for Game Pass. It's still
I
a
can't talk
steal.
about the game. What are you talking about?
Like
Is it like 15,
I
16?
said,
This
if
is a
no, I
download.
said
I
if
know.
you end up paying twenty
Wait, is it
dollars a
16?
month for Game Pass, it's still worth it because you're getting like 5 new games a month.
No. Unless
Which,
you're Dre, it's not worth it.
That's the
oh,
beauty of it. Don't buy it then. Nobody's
yeah,
making you buy
that
it.
But
unsubscribe if you
Dre,
don't want the. But they
Dre,
now
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
hate
spend
this. Like,
all it
$70
does
on
is
one game that you could
no,
have got
no.
for free on Game Pass
Dre,
for $20.
I'm not even talking to Dre because Dre's opinion doesn't count here.
I'm
But because he plays everything.
just
But
saying, it's a
people like
deal.
you
Game
and
Pass is
I,
a steal.
yeah, Game Pass is a
no.
steal.
All right, fine. It's a steal.
$16
It's
a
like
month for the whole library of
Oh my
Microsoft.
gosh, Craig Gaming, thank you for following us on Twitter.
Mhm.
Pew 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 pew. I don't have the thing, so I do it with my mouth. I'm sorry. That sounds so bad and so dirty. You know what
what
I meant.
instrument you was trying to replicate?
Pew 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 pew.
The value
No,
is this time. I
Hot
like you, Sally.
97.
is that not a thing?
It's Hot 97. She was trying to replicate Hot 97.
It's DJ. What is his funk master?
Funk Master Flex Night. Funk
I
Master
can't
Flex
stand
Night.
him.
So many
I used to
triple A
hate them
titles.
just to a good song and be playing that motherfucker go and start
We
doing.
hear every day, all day. We hear the first. Like, but dude, you're not DJ Khaled.
Oh, and let's
Sorry, continue.
concentrate.
I'm done. I'm done with my thought.
Sally said there's so many triple A titles, and honestly,
There are, Sally.
when there was when Gamers Network, not Gamers Network, Gamerish,
What the fuck you saying right now?
Game Pass first launched, it did look kind of weak. And a lot of people was talking shit about not
It
having their
was.
opinions on it. I'm not gonna say talk shit. That's just like adding to the whole culture of you versus me. People were looking at it and saying like, is this value worth these games that honestly we already had, you know? And over time, and I think that's the thing about Microsoft is that they don't talk, they show. They're like, okay, okay, wait till next month. Okay, wait till 2 weeks. Okay, and then they built this up slowly. So I'd be curious to see how Sony does with
Yeah, sorry.
their thing.
Yeah,
Fangirling.
because now Microsoft is even hitting in other ways. Now games with gold, you don't need Xbox Live to claim those games now. Now you don't need Xbox Live to even play free games online anymore.
Wait,
Just
I missed that
download
part. I missed that part.
what with the Xbox Live. Like I
Wait,
said,
you
so
don't need that anymore? Because
No, for free
you
games.
don't
For
need
free games.
Xbox Live to play. Like if you want to play Fortnite online, you no longer have to be subscribed to Xbox Online.
Oh yeah, well, because that's just free. Why would you have to pay them?
Well, at PlayStation, you can't play Fortnite online unless you have PlayStation Plus.
But it's a free game.
Yo, if
Exactly, but that's what
this
Microsoft changed. Any
yeah,
free game, you don't need Xbox Live to
like
play
Rogue
on it.
Company, Smite.
I downloaded Road Company for you, Freddy. You better play with me.
Yeah, I downloaded it too, and I still have yet to touch the shit.
I didn't touch it either.
You could just delete it. One thing I was gonna say to like budget gamers, and this is gonna just be a Mad King moment right now. If your life is so fucked up where you can't afford $15 a fucking month for a Game Pass, stop playing games. Get a real job. Fix your life, man. Because if you can't afford $15 a month, you have bigger issues than what Xbox is doing. Okay, and if you can't afford Xbox Live or PlayStation Live, get a job or priority get priorities in your life. Because maybe video games is the problem. I'm just putting it out there. Like, if you're stressing over $10 a month, man, you have way bigger issues, and you need to really take a step back and think about what those issues are, and stop playing video games. Get a fucking job. I know there's a pandemic. It's tough out there. Trust me, I
Sound
get
like
it.
me on a drinking.
You know I got rebuttal. You know I got rebuttal.
No, I don't.
You know I got the
Oh, you have a better. Sure, read a fucking book. Get educated. Learn something. Go outside. Meet somebody. Bro, but if you can't afford $10 a month, you have issues.
I need you not to comment right now. I appreciate your comment though.
Thank you, crackgaming.com.
Don't agree with him. Sure. Legit though, like I agree with you on a level, but only because as a person, like I hustle. I like hustle hard. This song, I expect with it. But, realistically, depending on what state you're in, because New York City, you in Jersey, it's like New York adjacent. So, mostly if you are not in the East Coast, like, I think isn't minimum wage less, for instance?
No, I think it's like, I mean, that's the reason the government is trying to like make it a 15 statewide, but people are fighting. States
I
are
didn't
fighting
get
it.
that information. I didn't get the information.
Look, I'm not saying like don't play video games,
No,
because
saying,
you know
have to order, which
I was, not to get too into it, it's not the place for it, but you know I was homeless, and video games kept me on a straight path and kept me distracted from doing dumb shit during those times. But at the same time, I didn't bitch about not being able to afford something because I knew my situation. So I'm just saying, like, if you don't have the means, then that should be the message. That should just like you should know where you're at in life. You know.
Thank you for sharing, though.
I always tell people
I
the
didn't
same
know that
thing,
about
that trying to
you.
get into streaming from the money of another end well. Focus on your life and hustle on the side. Exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know about you, Freddie. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah, part of my
It's all
crack
good.
addiction with video games is that like I remember growing up and my parents telling me, no, you
Thank you.
can't have this because you only get one or two games a year. And so I'm just like, now that I'm older, I made a promise to myself that when I get older and I start making money, no one will stop me from ever buying all the fucking video
Shit.
games I can get in my hands
That
again.
was your motivation. Yeah, you
That
want to
was
start
my
hustling.
motivation,
I
you know,
mean,
like, And now here I am at a point in life where I'm just like, no one's stopping me from my
I'm
crack. I sniff video games for breakfast. Like it's crazy. Like this is my fucking addiction. And, like and something like Game Pass is fucking huge to me because now I
You
could
save money.
my crack addiction went from paying $70 a game to just $16 a month for 100 games plus because EA Access is on that shit too. And I'm pretty sure Ubisoft is working out a deal right now to get on that shit too.
all the
You
pieces.
know, and imagine if Microsoft gets Ubisoft Plus on that shit, it's over.
Oh,
Like
that's
it's fucking
like
over.
that'd be
Like
crazy.
man, like I'm not. Like I only have to spend money when I'm buying a game on PlayStation now. I don't ever go to the Microsoft store. I haven't looked at the Microsoft store in like a
There's no
year.
reason to. It's like the Stadia
There's no
store.
reason to go there because all the games will be on Game Pass before the end of the year. Like there's no reason to go in the Microsoft store.
Yeah, I think if you're like balling, like if you're on a budget but you still want to play games, get an Xbox. Get the Xbox S. Where's the one card?
Yeah,
Is X S series
the Xbox
Series
Series
S.
S.
Get
S?
that, and then get Xbox Game Pass, man. You set, and then once you get your
Yeah.
money up, then move for something better.
Yo, since we all sharing shit, I feel like I share too. I already shared this before, but I know that we have new views every time. Like legit, from what you and BK Brawler said, legit. I feel you on the games and trying to make your own money so that you can like get your shit and knowing when the right time it is to try to get your own shit. Like growing up as obviously a woman, growing up knowing that like the only time I can actually play a game is if I snuck to play it because I grew up in a very Christian. Well, I grew up in foster, but not the point. When I was at my forever home, kind of sort of, they didn't like girls playing video games. They thought that it was a boys thing to do, and I was not allowed to play video games. So the only time I could play is my brother played, and they would have Super Mario, and I'd be like in the background like praying that he beat the level, but he sucked. He sucks. And like when he would like leave the room, my aunt would leave the room because my aunt was like 2.5 years older than me. I'd go in there and I'd play the game real quick because she like, she had like mad boyfriends. So I would go in the room and play like the game and shit like that. And like then eventually I ended up having, which I said in the previous podcast, I had like the saving grace, which is like two doors down, which is why I started pet sitting. And he had two fucking huge ass pit bulls. And mind you, I was not even a teenager yet. I was tiny. I didn't have a growth spurt until like 16. So these two fucking big ass pit bulls, I used to watch them and play video games. He brought me Final Fantasy 7, which is obviously
Well, you got your tattoo, your famous tattoo.
no, because this saved me.
No, no,
Childhood.
I get it.
But yeah, he bought me Final Fantasy 7 and Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Those are my fucking two ass.
That's why you're so hard on Resident Evil. Makes sense now.
Yes, those were my saving graces because I could have been outside because I lived in Jamaica, Queens at the time, and crack was a thing. Crack bottles on the floor. Granted, I was a child, I wasn't trying to do crack. FYI. We talking about crack gaming, right? So anyway, yeah. So I used to go there, play video games. I had my own room. He was a neighbor, but he was like a family friend. And I used to play games there, and they would cooking food. There's no lock on the refrigerator. I know TMI, but growing up in foster care is crazy. And literally, I fell in love with games there. Literally. So like for me, yeah, that was like gaming beginnings. Like the art from it. I used to draw. Like one of the first drawings I made was fucking epic, was of Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. Like it was like one of the best drawings I've ever made as a child. Anyway, so like. Rooted in
Video games. Yeah.
I
think that's the thing about games is that like it's
like
like art, it's like the certain books, certain movies, certain like theme songs.
It's a fucking symphony
that it sticks with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah. So that's the end of my tangent. But
thanks for sharing.
Yes.
I had to because you guys made yourself vulnerable.
People are probably listening to each other, watching this like, don't these motherfuckers know each other? Like, guys, we probably know less about each other than you guys know about us at this fucking point, except for me and Freddie. At times, because we've lived together during tough times and shit.
Boys.
Yeah. Let's get back on track.
Yeah.
What we got? Game news.
So next thing is quick thing. Dying Light the creator Dying Light said that their map is going to be 4 times the size of the first one,
Wait,
which is
wait.
Okay.
good.
That's a lot. That shit was
Yeah, it
big as fuck.
is. That's what I like. I like that
Can
it's
we
going to
still
be
teleport?
huge.
Just a heads up.
Yeah, you're usually able to
Big
teleport.
isn't always better. Um,
Thank you for
my
this.
point, like
Wait.
we've
I don't know.
seen.
I'm a
Speak
female.
for
I say female.
yourself.
Well, quote unquote. But my point is, like, I remember early on we would see like Grand Theft Auto and like map comparisons, and I'm like,
Oh, sorry.
I know I had to throw that in there. I was wondering which one of you guys were gonna make a joke out of it.
Of course, I can make a joke.
But like my point is like that shouldn't be like that shouldn't be a sign that it's gonna be a good game. So I'm gonna look at Star.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You see what we have to deal with, Star?
I know.
Sorry.
She has to hear this shit all the time.
Earlier. She got
You guys only get a piece of this.
She fucking got me. I'm sorry.
But yeah, I like the first one. I don't think bigger map makes a better game.
It does not. It does not. Especially when they made the DLC. Do you remember the DLC for that shit?
No,
It was like
I never
a
touched
whole
it.
different fucking.
I never played any
like,
of the Dying Light DLC,
Really?
Dying
even
Light
though
is shit, my
they've
dude.
been making the
DLC, okay.
DLC for that game for years.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
did
it never
crossovers
ended.
too. Like they were
Yeah.
They
really
added more
committed
shit recently.
to that game.
Mhm.
I can't
I
escape
can't
him.
escape him.
Yeah,
I know.
good
I
luck
know.
with-
I know. I can't escape him either. We're bonded by life because of this. I know.
Also, I wanted to bring up Game Pass's games that's coming to Game Pass this month, even though some already are there. So now you can play the Disneyland game through cloud, the Rush Disney game through cloud, which is already on Game Pass. They just added it to the cloud service, which I'm happy because now I could put my kids on the phone or tablets to play instead of turning on my Xbox. Um, NHL is gonna be on console now. 21 MLB The Show, of course, we spoke about is coming out this month.
Grand Theft
This
Auto.
game called Rain and On Your Parade is gonna
Oh,
be on cloud console and
yeah. I would
PC.
say please check that game out. That's
Wait,
like a
what game?
game. Rain on me. What is it called?
Yeah, Rain
Rain on
on
your
Your Parade. It looks like a nice little indie game.
Yeah, it's an indie game. It looks dope. I think you play as a cloud, and you supposed to just like rain on people or to like
No
fuck them.
comment. I can make another
Wait,
joke
wait.
with that.
Is it acid rain?
I mean,
It looks there's a rainbow and shit on the cover, so I don't think it's
be any rain you dream.
yeah.
But it looks like kind of like that Goose Game where like you're fucking around with people a lot. It seems kind of
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'm there. I'm there.
Yeah, and then of course Grand Theft Auto and Zombie Army 4 will be on there. Like I just finished telling Mike, I'm not downloading Grand Theft Auto on PlayStation
Yo,
again.
Grand
But
Theft Auto should get so much shit for their version of loot boxes. It's
I
a,
think
it's a
they should
fucking
be. They should
scam,
be
bro.
sued.
yeah,
So much money people
Oh
spend.
shit!
Like,
Money
what's the
is the
fuck?
lawsuit. Guys, sorry, just literally jumped in my mind. I didn't write in my things to talk about, but I remember it because I was having a conversation at GameStop. I went and bought another controller for PS5 because my PS5 controller has drift.
Yeah.
And I was very upset about it. And shit, he can't hear me because he has no headphone on. But I was very upset about the drift on my controller because that's the thing that they're getting sued by a New York State office or law office by. I said it weird, but you know what I'm saying. They're getting sued by a New York State law office and for the drift. And so that was the biggest suit that they had. But apparently, according to GameStop, they are getting sued by something even bigger, which I kind of understood, well, knew ahead of time, but I didn't know they were getting sued by it, for it rather. They're not honoring their warranties.
For PlayStation?
Yes. So I knew that there's a hold on warranties. Not hold. Hold is being nice. There is a 6 month wait for a new PlayStation, but I thought it was because, which is probably true, because the graphics cards. Graphics cards right now are expensive as fuck. And
What's up,
if
Crazy
you-
Eights?
Crazy
Hey,
Yates in the building.
Thank you.
Yo, what up, Crazy Eights? Yo, what up,
That's
what
what
up?
you. You addressed him.
I know.
as
I saw your stream. You're talking about he's gonna take bullets for you and shit.
Yeah. Also, he's gonna eat the ramen for me, or the chip, the $40 chip for spicy.
Y'all want to do that? Y'all want us to do the hot chip challenge?
Nah, I'm not doing that.
No. Crazy Eight is in my steed. He's my meat shield. He's gonna eat that chip for me. And he
Mm.
said he's gonna sacrifice the cheeks. When we talk about this, it's
I
about
would do
booty
that
hole.
challenge. I'll buy
It
the chip.
is his
You should do it
booty.
with Star.
I told him
Star ain't gonna eat that
Star's
shit.
not gonna eat that. She's gonna watch and
She'll
laugh.
watch me, but
So
I'll eat that shit.
Crazy Eight is going to eat the chip, and he's gonna sacrifice his booty hole. I'm gonna print up a new booty hole for
Damn.
him.
He
3D
just
print.
did you just read what he said? He said stop putting my Alice's out
His
stuff
alias.
out there. He didn't even mention booty hole, so I'm waiting for that response.
Yeah.
He heard what I said. Anyway, fuck. What was I saying? Because I got excited about this. I love when he shows up. He's amazing.
Rican with spicy.
We're
You
spicy.
ain't gonna eat no spicy
Listen,
shit,
I'm
babe.
Caribbean. I'm Caribbean adjacent to Rican. I'm spicy as fuck too. I got you though. She just wanna shit. She just wanna see me rocking butt prosthetic.
Hey, are we at midnight yet? We haven't got to that part of the conversation.
Fucking shit.
Oh,
What
look
was
at
I
Star
talking
just said she'll do it. You guys should do a little Gamerish
about?
network
Shit. Wait, Star.
chip
Wait,
thing.
no.
Right.
Fuck what I was saying. Star, would you do the chip challenge?
She just said I do it.
And she'll do it.
I'll do that.
We have it on. This is live and this is recorded, so we
Live.
have
You
proof.
guys heard it. My wife
Star.
said she'll join
If
me in
you're
a
gonna do that
spicy
shit, I'll
chip
do it with you.
challenge.
Are you gonna do that shit? For real. Hey,
All right.
that is.
All right.
What
We should
talking
make that
about?
exclusive to Patreon.
Speaking, speaking of Patreon, it's a good segue.
Wait.
So as she puts the links out, we have a new Patreon. We just set it up. We mentioned it a little bit earlier today on Next Level Gaming, presented by Gamerish Network. It's four tiers, and the first tier is $6, and we highly encourage you guys to. So if you're here, you obviously like us somewhat. So if you want to take that step to another level, please
They like me.
join our
Like me.
Patreon at whatever level that you feel that you want to enter, and each tier has their own benefits. And so yeah, please take the time. The link's right there. If you're on a computer, click it
Look it
and
up. See what you like.
let us know.
FYI, I want you guys to know that the views are not representative of what's actually happening because I know for a fact that we have 6 views on Twitch, which means someone has their volume down. So I know you probably can't hear me, so I'm gonna text it to count as a view.
While she does that, Dre, what do you got?
Yeah, sorry.
The next thing was about E3 going digital this year. They will be completely digital this year, which is big. 'Cause at least we're getting our E3. But a lot of people are talking about how there might be a paywall for certain content. The people claim
Wow.
they came out and said that there isn't gonna be a paywall, but they made it in a way that there seemed like there could be a paywall because they can't speak for developers and all the companies themselves. They could speak for them and say like for you guys to watch certain things, it won't be a paywall. But what if like Microsoft and Sony says, hey, if you want to see all the latest Xbox games here, hey, you got to pay $5 to see all our new releases. Like companies can still do that shit if they feel like it. So
I'm
would
not
you
doing
guys care if there's a paywall to see exclusive shit, or do you feel like it should all be free?
My only question is, can I still buy the other gun to Overwatch? The chick with the 2 guns, Tracer. Can I still buy that?
The hell?
I don't know.
E3. I thought I want to. Okay.
Well, if you're talking about like
Are
gear,
you talking about goodies and stuff from
yeah, they're
E3?
not talking about that. They're talking about like
Sorry.
content.
You're talking
They're
about
not talking about
if you want
gear.
to
They're
see the
talking about
next
content.
exclusive trailer, you have to pay
Yeah, like
Microsoft.
exclusive trailers and demos and shit like that.
So they want to show us shit and they wanted to we have to pay.
You know, it would be dope if they, because it's online, if they're like, hey, if you guys want to do the backdoor demos that they do in real life,
Yeah.
pay $5, and then
Exactly.
through Stadia, you could play instantly. I might do that. But the problem with
That'd
that,
be good for us. We could
that'd be
stream all
dope.
that
Yeah,
shit.
and that's what I'm saying. The negative to that is that whatever crazy shit they put out, somebody's gonna bootleg it, somebody's gonna record it, so it won't be that exclusive. All you have to do is a YouTube search, and you'll be able to find it.
I mean, Crazy 8. I feel like the paywall is like you paying to get into E3
It's
itself because E3 ain't cheap to get into. But if it's to pay for each exclusive, that they put out and show, I think that's a little bit excessive, or maybe
That's
that's
just
just
me.
me.
I agree. I think that like I'm sure this is not something I want to see going
I
forward.
don't think that on TV they let us show. Well, we watch it free on TV.
Well, if it's gonna be digital, then they control the content.
Yeah, they
You
could
know,
But
like,
to
yo, pay
charge us to
this. We'll
watch
send you an
something,
email link after you
fuck
pay
that
the
shit.
yeah.
$5, and you click the link, and then they show you the trailer that they
$5
don't.
is not that much, but I
I
don't
don't
feel
think
like
they'll charge us for trailers. I think like if anything I'll get charged for and I don't mind paying for, it's like if they say, yo, $5 to play Halo demo that you just saw. Fuck it. I'll give you $5 to play Halo's new demo. You
Nah,
know, like I want to experience it myself or God of War. Hey, give us $3 and you can play 10 minutes of God of War right now. Fuck it. I'll give you $3 for 10 minutes of God of War. You know,
I
like
guess,
it's
but I
like that.
just think that like that's really messy going forward.
that's beyond
That's
messy.
how that's how
No, they
loot
said
box.
next year they're
No,
going back
I'm just
in
saying.
person.
I'm just saying that's how loot box started. At first, it was like, hey,
Mhm.
just this,
Oh, you're right. This is a new
and
loot
then
box.
like, at first it was like, yeah, and it's gonna get really messy if it's
Well,
not
but here
tracked
we know
early.
what we're gonna get. You know,
I don't know,
like
but I'm just saying. First is E3, and then next thing you know is fucking. I feel like if they're making money, this is a trend that
Shit,
I don't want to see.
crazy. I'm gonna need you, meet you. I'm gonna need you to stop sending paragraphs.
Dre, you read this one.
yeah,
Thank
Crazy
you.
Eight says, I mean, is it really going to matter because all that stuff is going to end up on YouTube anyway? So why
Exactly.
go out and pay $5 to see the exclusive if you know for a fact that in about a couple of days it's going to land on YouTube and you can pretty much see all the exclusives that are going to be coming out without having to even pay. But my thing is that I think we're still going to see exclusives for free. I think they'll put the demos behind
Yo,
pay.
if it's the demos, I like
Yeah,
that.
I
But
think the demos will go behind
Yeah,
paywalls.
I feel you
I'm okay with
crazy, and
that too.
thanks for
Wait, but is
being
it five
interactive with
dollars
us.
per demo, or is it $5 for all demos?
No, it's
Well,
probably per
it
demo
depends on the company because
because
Microsoft ain't going to give us whatever. And knowing them, they're probably going to compete with each other. So, like, if Microsoft says five, Sony would say three, Nintendo will be like one. You know, like,
Nintendo would not be like one. They'd be like $9.99.
and then send you
hey, they
friend
the ones that
code.
gave us the cheapest internet service, even though it's the worst.
Cause
Okay,
yeah,
there you
that's just
go
the
with that.
worst. That's funny.
Thank you, Freddie. I don't have to say anymore.
All right, well, what else you got, Dre?
All right, so they revealed the Borderlands movie synopsis, which is going to be completely different from the game, which you guys know I hate when they try to make their own story when it comes to video game stuff, when it comes to video game movies. So like they announced Atlas is going to be in the game and all that shit. So apparently, it's going to be like Lilith coming back to Pandora to track down Atlas's missing daughter, and then she'll meet up with Roland and all the other guys to help her out. And this is dumb. One, because her and Roland are dating, so it's just like, oh, she's just gonna meet up with Roland, and like, is this before Borderlands 2 then? Like, tell us that. Like, I would rather them say this is a story before Borderlands 2 than tell me in this article that this is going to be our own story. Because then now, am I watching Borderlands or am I watching the executive's cut of Borderlands? Like, because if I'm
Yeah,
watching some executive cut of Borderlands, in which most executives never played a lick of Borderlands, then this movie's going to flop. It's already aimed to flop from the
I'm just
get
gonna
go.
say you're way more passionate about this movie than I expected.
Same.
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm passionate about it because it's a video game movie, but now that I know you're gonna ruin it already, first off, you ruined it by making a fucking comedian Kevin Hart
Not even
as
trying.
Roland. Like, Roland is not a damn comedian, so I don't know why Kevin Hart is playing Roland.
No,
That's
he's
that's
not.
the first place to
I think they're pulling that statement out, like you just read, that like for like everybody who takes this game like the story seriously, they're like, you could like this is gonna be non-canon Borderlands stuff, pretty
yeah,
much.
they gotta come out with that because Kevin Hart already made me not want to watch the movie.
This is gonna
Like
be
I
like
like
that
Kevin
Monster Hunter
Hart,
movie.
but
This is gonna be just a movie that like comes out, people are gonna watch it, and
I like Kevin Hart, but Roland is actually like the second tallest person in the group. So like if he comes out with a I'm short
no
joke,
way. There's no
like
way.
no, every Kevin Hart movie that he's in has a I'm short joke. Roland
Well,
isn't
because he's
short,
short. It's his
you
way of
know.
feeling better about his height.
he's gonna use it in this movie though. And Roland isn't a short character, and Kevin Hart don't got no muscles to be no damn Roland.
What do
He's a
you
little
mean? Kevin
broad.
Hart has mad
He
muscles.
has
Bro,
muscles. He works
he's
out.
tiny.
He don't got Roland muscles, man.
Well,
I never
he's
looked
a
at Rolling
small
like that.
frame.
Goodness,
Are we
man.
hating on
Like
small people right now?
y'all giving this to I nobody this ain't about hating on small people. This is
We
people
all
ruining
small in this
my
room. None of us
games.
are tall.
These are people
FYI.
Wait, how
ruining
tall are you,
my
Felice?
games.
Taller than
You
you?
know,
Oh yeah.
let's see. Crazy Eight says probably making it comedy because Borderland by itself is funny as hell with dialogue, which
Yeah.
I agree. But
Class
that's the
cat.
side
Which
characters.
he should have been.
The side characters are more funny than the main characters. So I rather they stay with
Ready.
Tiny Tina and the chubby woman, and I keep forgetting her name, and like let all the other characters and the enemies be the funny ones. But Roland is serious.
This movie is gonna be garbage, man.
Yes, it is going to be garbage. It
No,
was
but
garbage
like,
from the
who
moment I heard
asked for
Kevin
this
Hart was
movie
in it.
But
though?
you do know something, right? No one
What?
asked, but you know something, right? In the what do you call it? In the fuck. In the era of post pandemic, well, we're still in pandemic,
Yeah.
post coronavirus craziness, trying to get back to normalcy. Any movie is a good movie.
Any movie's a good movie.
No, okay, just listen to what I'm saying. Okay, I don't believe all movies.
Sounds like you have a conspiracy. Like, listen to
Yeah.
me, guys. I got something I gotta tell you.
Because I've seen some shitty movies since movies started coming out.
Let me tell you something real quick. No, not fall off the couch. But no, realistically, what I'm saying is that people are so desperate. Explanation. People are so desperate to get back to normalcy that it doesn't matter what will come out, and in this time period, they can throw fucking shit streaming on the screen, and people are like, "Oh my gosh, this is great! This is great! This is great! This is my whole life." So,
Nah, I can understand that if we weren't getting this shit for free on HBO Max and shit. But
yeah,
if people are desperate to go to the movie theater, I don't think we're gonna I don't think we're gonna excuse a quality of a movie just
I got
because
an
of
extra statement
pandemic.
to that. Extra statement. For instance, the place I'm staying in right now, which I didn't post to you guys yet, I'm gonna post it somewhere, probably TikTok or something. But the place I'm staying in now, which is a really nice building, also in Brooklyn, but very gentrified. But the people are POCs, so I'm loving it. They have a theater in their building. That's how they got through the pandemic. And I was in the theater like prior to this, which is why I was late. Also, besides the dog, in the theater by myself, and I was watching like Netflix.
I was gonna say real quick, what qualifies as a theater?
What qualifies?
Because I have a indoor bar. I have an indoor jacuzzi over here. I got like a.
When you go in the theater,
fucking-
how big is that fucking screen?
I got a projector.
No, fuck your projector.
Whoa.
I love your projector.
Leave my projector out of this.
Alright, cool. You're right. They had nothing to do with this. But when I say theater, I mean a theater-sized screen. When you go to a movie, that big. Okay? They had a smart panel with like buttons and shit.
They have a popcorn machine.
Listen, it's
It's
COVID.
not a theater then. It's not a theater.
I brought my own food. I mean, you stop trolling me. Anyway, so it had mad layered tiers and seats with carpeted. They had no actual seats.
Could you sneak out and join another theater?
I had it to myself. I need you to stop trolling me. I had it to myself. It was a huge ass screen.
It's not a theater.
My point is, my point is that like watching shit on that, it's like it makes it all different than like not, you know?
No, yeah, I think you're saying like the theater. You can't replace the theater experience. I agree.
Versus, I can watch the same shit up here. I just watch the
But
same shit.
I think that like, I think you have a point saying like people are more easy on like if a film is good or not, and I think part of that is because of HBO Max, because we're not paying X amount.
Yes, like
Like
Disney.
movie tickets, how much are movie tickets right now? Like $20?
Well, it's still it depends on where you go.
Oh, I go to like AMC.
My
Yes.
movie theater is still $12 a ticket.
Ooh,
Fuck your movie theater.
damn. What theater you go
$26.
to, bro?
That's
Matinee.
Linden Boulevard, East New York,
26.
Yeah,
homie.
that's why they're like,
Oh, yeah.
if you
Never
get
mind.
shot, they're not like the discount. You might get robbed or something. I
I'm
my
definitely
tickets are dumb expensive. So like
$26.
just to touch on it, King Kong and Godzilla. If I went to the theater and saw that, I probably would have rated differently than the experience I got at home. I think because I didn't have to pay for it and I was home just chilling, it's a better film. But if I had to drive in like 30, 40 minutes
Because you're
to my
frustrated.
theater, sit down, pay for food,
Buy
pay for
parking.
popcorn, find parking,
Pay for parking.
it's a be a different experience. So
I feel you
I
on
definitely
that.
think that HBO is making these making these average movies better
But
to
how do
watch.
you think that they're like acquiring these partnerships to make these films though?
Desperate times, like you said, the pandemic.
Well, by
Because I saw
2022, they're
something
not doing this anymore. It's just for
short ass
2021.
plane
Where
ass
King
faster than
Kong broke
anime.
records for release during the
Yeah.
pandemic, outside
My
and
thing
inside.
is shit. I can't remember which company. I'm gonna Google it right now and come back to you. But
Dre,
I saw something saying that they're going back to theatrical, putting more money into
Yeah,
theatrical releases.
that's what I just said. They're only doing this HBO Max thing on this year. Next year is going back to movie theaters
That's
first.
cool. We got mad years, but I was talking about HBO. There's another company which I saw in Polygon that was talking about going back to theatrical releases like now.
yeah.
Some they said summer is big movies that are coming out. How do we do? Fuck. Uh, yeah, I'm done.
But the last thing I wanted to bring up, like today, IGN posted the top 10 greatest controllers ever made.
Xbox 360.
Like what were you guys' favorite controller before I go down this list of what they put the top 10 controllers ever made were?
GameCube.
I was gonna say GameCube.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say N64.
no, I would say N64.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I don't know what GameCube
That was
pops
my
in my head.
favorite controller,
Yes.
boy. If you guys are still here, those who are still with us, if you want to drop in the comments,
I
what's your
don't think it's
favorite
my
controller?
favorite. I think it's my
Yeah,
most memorable controller.
Yeah.
yeah.
My
Yeah.
favorite
N64 has
controller
switched it up.
is the Xbox controller.
Yeah.
Xbox probably the Xbox 360.
So number 10, they put the Wiimote.
You
I hate
Uh,
those shits.
we played a lot of bowling with them shits,
true, and we
I
so
mean,
fit.
I did for the first month.
all of
My
us
arms
did
got
for the
tired.
first,
I
but
gave up on it.
and then number 9, the Super NES controller.
Oh yeah.
Number 8, they put the GameCube Wavebird controller. I wish I never wasted my money on that.
I don't know what that is, but
Yeah,
sure.
just a Google search.
Next, number 7, Xbox 360 controller.
Wow.
Number 6 was the Switch Pro controller.
Say it
Oh
Yeah,
fuck,
again.
really?
Switch Pro
Okay.
controller.
That's rude as hell.
Number 5, which I'm surprised, is the DualSense.
PS4? No, PS5.
PS5, the
That shit
DualSense
sucks. That shit
controller.
needs to be 11
Really?
because it's
Wow.
not on the list.
Mhm. Number 4 was the Xbox Adaptive Controller, which is the one for people who can't really play with
Who
control,
has
those with special
disabilities? Yeah,
needs and stuff, yeah,
I don't know
disabilities.
what that is.
It's
it's a
looks like
dope
the
thing.
DJ board. Yeah, it looks
Yeah,
like
it's a
the.
really cool thing.
Like
hmm Number 3 is the DualShock 4. Number
Really?
2 is a controller I never heard of, the Astro C40 TR4. I
oh,
guess
the
that's like a
gamepad.
professional control.
It better not
It's
be. No, but
no.
what's number one? Because I'm
Number
able to hear
1,
some
of
bullshit.
course, is the Xbox Series Elite 2. That's
Okay.
No, I don't
that
have.
$150 control.
I don't have that. I have the
Eh.
Series One.
I appreciate how it looks, but I would never spend that much money on
Oh,
a
I
fucking.
bought it and it was dope as fuck. My house, I got
I
robbed and they
hate
stole
you.
it.
I hate you.
Oh man, that
Um,
sucks ass.
oh, I did because they stole my Xbox and my fucking
Oh
controller.
yeah, I remember that
Wait,
time. I didn't know they took that control from you.
what?
I knew they took your Xbox. I didn't know they took that control.
Yeah, and they left the other one, so they knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
um,
PlayStation.
no, but it was the reason the Xbox Elite controller was dope because you could
PlayStation
customize it
4.
the way you want it. So you can
Yeah.
add things, you can take things away, and I think that makes a very good controller. But
Play- Crazy 8 said, PlayStation controller because they ain't as cheap as the materials they make the controllers now.
I don't know if you remember the old
With the
school
Xbox Elite, that's the most expensive control out there.
No, but the
Yeah, we
old
started
PlayStation
here.
controller, they was kind of hollow. Like they felt pretty like you could just like fuck around with that.
It did feel hollow.
Well, the original PS4 one, before they put vibration in it, was like mad light. You could
That and
just
that's the
twist
thing.
it.
Like you need a good rate because if it's like too light, it kind of messes you up. But I
Yeah.
think a um, PlayStation One, PlayStation Two definitely has a place. I'm surprised it doesn't have a place on. I guess it's not
Well,
its
because it's
best
the same
controller, not
controller,
like best.
basically.
Yeah, it's
PlayStation
best.
1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Same
Yeah.
shit. All the
Well,
same
looks
shit.
like Felice is ready to go to bed.
She's ready to nap. I'm
Oh,
ready to fucking eat.
I'm ready
So
too.
it's just the end, guys. So as usual, like click on those links.
Is
Support us
this
on
the
our
real
Patreon if you
life?
can. We got a lot coming, exclusive content. We're gonna start doing video game review videos too, guys. So look out
Yes.
for that. Um, Follow us on Facebook page, the Gamerish Facebook page. Well, one of them will be coming down. So look at our Facebook page, the group page, and join us on there. Instagram gamerish underscore network. Drop a like on that page and shit and follow. And as usual, like catch us during the week. You'll see us streaming. You'll see me posting a bunch of shit because you never see me streaming like that unless I'm streaming with my
Nope.
kids. But you'll see me posting a bunch of shit. So always feel free to fucking jump in the comments and say some shit. And so until next time, people, my drink is empty.
Me
But
too.
enjoy your drinks, enjoy your games as usual.
Peace, guys. Thanks
And
for dropping by.
yeah, peace out.